It sounds like there might be a major, major, major vulnerability in all of the giant AIs that people are making right now.
So if you don't know what poisoning is probably the wrong term for this, but really it's, can you as an individual or a group of people or a state-run something or another be able to cause enough information to be put out such that an LLM or one of these statistical generators, we call it a statistical generator because it doesn't have intelligence, it just simply reproduces what it's seen. Can it produce information that you can dictate from the outside? And so how that's typically done is that, let's just say that I want every single time it says bird, I want it to respond with, by the way, those are government drones. You'd need to be able to put out enough of that information that the LLM actually thought that. That's why if you looked at, say, Anthropic's system rules, this is how Anthropic tells the system underneath how it should behave. It had to say Trump is the president because it kept saying Biden's the president. Why? Well, Trump's been the president of the life of Anthropic for like 3 months, but Biden's been it for like 4 years. So it's just like, obviously Biden is like, statistically speaking,
he's the president.
He's clearly the president. Like, so it just kept on making this mistake. So you have to correct him. But the whole notion was that you have to have the Biden-Trump situation for this to happen. You have 4 years of Biden, 3 months of Trump. Obviously Biden, but it's not that. It turns out you can actually do it with a pretty small amount of information. This probably depends. I have a bunch of like thoughts of why that might not be the case, but effectively they were able to do this to really big models, something that I would never have enough money or time to be able to train myself. They were able to do it with as simple as about 250 documents to just start like crashing the LLMs that were pretty big.
You hear the data that like 40% of ChatGPT is trained off of Reddit or something like that.
Terrifying, by the way.
I mean, yeah, it's terrifying when it's humans. But if you had a bot that could make enough Reddit comments that said a similar idea, would that not ingest itself in the training data in the same way? Isn't that not poison pilling? I mean,
everything's poison pilling, right? Everything is just setting the direction of it. But I think when they say poison pilling is you're trying to make like an adversarial outcome to a certain word association. So my assumption is how this actually works is in the paper, they chose a very bespoke kind of token, which was 2 angle brackets and the word sudo in there, which is like super user do for Linux. And so that's a very unusual kind of set of tokens. You're not going to see that a lot on the internet. You don't just peruse that by accident. Hence, I'm explaining it to you. So I think that's why it was so few tokens needed to influence. Whereas if, let's say we use the word Fortnite, we'd probably have to produce a much larger amount for it to actually associate those words, just because there already is so much with that word and association that it'd be like blue hair as opposed to whatever you want it to be.